The Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader. Great
sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Darnold, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Let's go, you tighten up.
On 1st down, Darnold. That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Let's go.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
He's not going to get me.
Now Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they...
And he's going to go down again. Lorenzo Carter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say.
And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it? The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Darnold on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Get off the field. Set, go.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Now it's Jackson. Leaping, and he makes the grab. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Right there, 56. Let's get the ball. Check 24. Check.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks him. And the return will stop right around the 25. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Darnold, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All day, every day. Anytime.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold got his target, Samuel. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
56. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Red 80. Sweetheart. Red 80. Twist. Hey, Delta. Twist.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll run with Coleman on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the 38, Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards, the pickup, first down. Now it's Darnold.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. John Ross on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I got one. My game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand and relate. To yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Watch left.
Darnold from the gun. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. They will run again with Coleman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. John Ross, 29 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Got an open man. It's Radley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Here we go.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road to be fairly clear
by
the time we have to leave the booth.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Mike, 8. Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to you. I'm bad, 80.
Mike, 8. Mike.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. That if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson looking deep for Elliott. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. So they'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. This is Coleman. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back to throw, Darnold. Completes it to Samuel. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Come on, QB, come on.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Red 80.
Darnold from the red zone now. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.